Have you ever wondered where you fall on the social ladder? Are you curious about how to move from one class to the other? In this video, we will explore the different social classes and how you can acquire more wealth to make the switch. So let's start with the lower class. When we talk about the lower class, we are referring to the bottom 20% of earners in the US. So what's the deal with their net worth? Well, the median net worth for this group comes in at around $12,000. Yep, you heard that right, $12,000. That might not sound like a lot, and it isn't when you compare it to the higher classes, but keep in mind that net worth includes all your assets minus your debts. So it's not just the money you have in your bank account. Now, when we look at their income, the average income for the lower class is around $28,000 or less. And let's be real, that's not exactly a fortune. It's barely enough to even survive, especially with inflation and the rising cost of living. Now, it's important to remember that these numbers are just based on someone's current net worth and income. So don't panic if you find yourself falling into this category, especially if you are a young adult or a student. It's pretty normal to be in this scenario when you are just starting out. You haven't had the time to build your career or accumulate any significant assets yet. Next comes the middle class, and it's not just one big group. Nope, it's actually divided into three different categories: the lower middle, the middle, and the upper middle. Each category has its own unique financial data, so let's break it down. First off, we have the lower middle class. This group falls into the 20th to the 40th percentile of household income. Their median net worth is about $61,260, and their income ranges from $28,008 to $55,000. That's a pretty significant step up from the previous category, with a median net worth more than 5 times higher. Next, we have the good old middle class. They are in the 40th to the 60th percentile of household income. With a median net worth of approximately $145,200, they are doing even better than the previous category. Their income spans from $55,001 to $89,744. So it's safe to say that with this amount of wealth, people will be financially more comfortable. Finally, we reach the upper middle class, which is in the 60th to the 80th percentile of household income. They are doing quite well for themselves, with a median net worth of about $269,100. Their income ranges from $89,745 to $149,131. Which is almost double that of the previous category. It's fascinating to see how the middle class can be so diverse in terms of wealth and income. And as you move up the ladder, the financial gap widens between the different segments. Next, let's take a look at the upper class, and it's a whole different ballgame up there. So first things first, they are the top 20% of earners in the US, the cream of the crop when it comes to income and wealth. Now, let's just talk numbers. The median net worth for the upper class sits at a jaw-dropping $805,400. Yes, you heard me right, that's a whole lot of zeros, and it's about 3 times more than the median net worth of the upper middle class. But it doesn't just stop there. The median net worth of the upper class is a whopping 67 times more than that of the lower one. With an income of $149,132 or more, these guys are living the high life. Their financial situation is on a whole other level. Now, I know it might seem like an unattainable dream to join the ranks of the upper class, but hey, never say never. While it may not be easy, some people do manage to make it up there through various means like successful businesses, investments, or high-paying careers. So what do you need to do if you want to move from one class to another? Well, let's start from what you can do to move from the lower class to the middle class. First off, it always helps to invest in yourself. This doesn't necessarily mean you have to go to university or anything like that, but it does mean you need to learn a skill and get paid well for it. Next, let's talk about your finances. Budgeting is the name of the game. So create a budget and stick to it. It's all about spending wisely and saving consistently. Having a safety net of savings can keep you from falling back down, and making sure you always spend less than you earn will help you avoid getting into debt. Debt can be a real troublemaker, so be smart about it. Avoid high interest loans like the plague and focus on paying off debt systematically. Next, let's talk about investing. Now, even though at this level your income might not be much, it's still a good idea to start early, even if it's just a little bit at a time. But if you do have debt, then in most cases it makes more sense to pay off your debt first before you start thinking about investing. If you are ready for investing, make sure you check out retirement accounts and other investment options to make your money work for you. Next, let's talk about moving from the middle to the upper class. Well, first and foremost, it's now about mastering your skill. So take your skills to the next level and become a true expert in your field. But why stop there? Embrace the entrepreneurial spirit and explore new opportunities, maybe start your own business, or simply just increase your investments. It's important that if you want to go from the middle to the upper class, you don't just think with a short-term mindset, but you think with a long-term mindset. It also helps to embrace technology and the latest trends such as AI to stay ahead. Leverage technology as much as you can to improve efficiency and try and always be on the cutting edge of what's out there. It probably won't be an easy ride, but with the right mindset, hard work, and determination, these strategies can help you elevate yourself from the middle to the upper class. Now, let's finally examine how to move from the upper class to the super rich. Now, it goes without saying this isn't easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. Nevertheless, here are some things I've observed that might be able to help. First off, let's tackle the belief that working hard at a job you hate will lead you to great wealth. The ultra wealthy have a completely different perspective on this. They believe in working for fulfillment, not just for a paycheck. This is because when you do something that you love, you're more likely to put your heart and soul into it, becoming one of the best in your field. And when you become the best at what you do, the market or the economy will reward you for that. And that's when the rewards start pouring in, including greater wealth. So remember, passion and dedication can make a huge difference. Next up is the myth that formal education is the only way to get rich. Nope, the ultra wealthy know better. They understand that financial success isn't just about memorizing textbook information. Instead, they focus on gaining specific knowledge in areas that matter, like investing or networking with powerful people. These skills have a much stronger impact on their net worth than a degree alone. Now let's talk about investing wisely. It's like planting seeds that will grow into massive trees of wealth. So spread your investments and be patient. Rome wasn't built in a day. And hey, it doesn't hurt to think outside the box too. Innovation is the name of the game at this stage. So if you can shake things up and bring fresh ideas to the table and do something unique that no one else is doing, that will definitely help you to increase your wealth. The only problem is, even when you do all of these things, there's still a risk that you could potentially lose your wealth in bad investments. So that's why many high net worth individuals have multiple streams of income. That way, if one investment goes bad, you still have others to rely on. That all being said, I wouldn't get too caught up in the class labels or where you currently fit in according to current statistics. It's really all about concentrating on your own finances and finding the right balance that makes you happy. And if you're happy where you are right now financially, or you're just happy in general in life, then you don't necessarily need to jump to a higher class unless of course you want to. Sometimes the extra added stress that comes with more money isn't worth it for everyone. As the old saying goes, more money, more problems. And remember, everyone's journey to financial freedom is unique, and there's no one-size-fits-all approach. So instead of comparing yourself to others, set your own goals, work towards them, and stay persistent. And if you want to learn how to take your first few steps to financial freedom, be sure to watch this video right here, and I'll see you on the other side.